Hello, it's Jana.eubank. I am so excited to be back with the Hip Kit Club design team, creating some videos for them. And today I have my layout for you using the January 2025 Hip Kits. This is the Sass and Sweetness collection and it is beautiful. Now my assignment today is to work with the Vellum Washi Strips from the Embellishment kit as well as the Basic Shapes die set. And I just wanted to show you these Basic Shapes dies really quick. Now these coordinate with the Pocket Life kit. There's already 3 different dies that coordinate with the cut aparts in the Pocket Life kit, but recently they've been adding this different sheet that has lots of basic shapes on it. And you can definitely fussy cut these out by yourself if you'd like, but there were lots of requests for these basic shapes of squares and circles, so they've gone ahead and created this coordinating die that you can use to cut apart this sheet from the Pocket Life kit if you'd like. So I'm just taking a minute to cut apart the elements and show you how that works, and then I'm going to move on over to starting on my layout. Now for my layout today, I'm going to start with a sheet of white cardstock from my stash, and then of course these gorgeous Vellum Washi Strips. I love these. My idea for this is to create a stitched background with ruffling and pleating those washi strips. So I've used a piece of the 6x8 paper from the Pocket Life kit to just kind of figure out the size or the placement of where I want these washi strips to go. I went ahead and just used a pencil to mark the corners of that paper, and now I'm going to fill that spot with these washi strips. I'm going to go ahead and use a grid ruler to help me keep those washi strips as straight as possible, and then I'm just going to pleat them and fold them over with my fingers and get them into place. Now I'm not ruffling the entire strip because my photo is going to cover the majority of the center of these strips, and so I'm going to make sure that the pleats are concentrated on both the top and bottom of each of these pieces. And I'll skip through this a little bit. I'll show you a few of the strips, but you know, it's pretty repetitive, and so I'll just show you the last strips here. As I moved along, I just kept using my grid ruler to keep them as straight as possible, and then I also left a little bit of a space in between each of those strips to fill that 6x8 area that I wanted to fill. After I get these all ready to go, my idea is to take this over to my sewing machine and stitch through each of the washi strips with a zigzag strip or a zigzag stitch using black thread, and then I'm also going to do a straight stitch in those spaces in between each of the washi strips, and it turns out so cute. I love it. So I'll take a minute to do that, and you can just watch this process, and I'll be back with a look at the stitching. The stitching that I did here, I decided to leave the ends just kind of wild and free. I wasn't sure if I was going to keep that texture of those threads hanging off, and so for now I'm just gonna leave them loose. I went ahead and matted this single photo on one of the pieces of the 6x8 paper from the Pocket Life kit, and now I'm going to look for some other elements. I'm flipping through the cards here, and I decide to go with this 3x6 card as another layer towards the left of my photo, and that's where I'm going to anchor my journaling and my title. So I'll just flip through these real quick. I did end up trimming down this card slightly just because I wanted to show more of those Vellum Washi Strips that I've, painstakingly pleated and stitched, and it's just so cute, all that random wild, pattern going on there. Next, I'm going to turn to the die cuts from the main kit and look for some elements to add in here. Now this photo is a photo of my daughter on her birthday, and she had some friends drop by with a bunch of balloons and a silly little gift, and so I wanted this layout to have a party feel. So I went ahead and grabbed that banner die cut. I'm going to place that across the top, and then of course florals always look beautiful on a page, so I'm going to bring in the florals from the main kit in the die cuts, and I've also extended that floral piece a little bit larger with the black and white florals from the kit. I also pulled out the sparkle word, and I'm going to incorporate that into my title. Next, I wanted to look for some phrases or a phrase strip of some kind to underline that title. So I'm just flipping through the phrases that are in the main kit. I didn't find anything that would quite work, so I went over to the Pocket Life kit and I looked through the cut apart phrases, and I found the phrase that says, "Life is short, so go treat yourself," which I think is perfect for a birthday layout. Now I'm turning my attention back to the basic shapes dies, and my idea was to use these circles and punch out or cut out several circles in all different patterns, and I wanted to layer these up and stitch them together and kind of create some layered circle embellishments to add to my page. So I'll take a minute to do that, and you can see that I'm just using the papers from the 6x8 paper, and now I'm going to start placing them in my layout. Now my idea was that they would sort of feel like balloons or little bubbles or confetti floating around the page, and I take a minute to try and find a spot for these layered circles. I was going to stitch them down the center and kind of fluff up the edges or each layer of those circles, kind of like you would a butterfly. But as I'm playing with these layered circles, I decide that I'm just trying too hard to make this idea work. I already love the washi strip background that I have going, and so I don't want to pull focus from that and try to add too much to this page. So I'm going to save those layered circles for another project and another day. I did go back to the cut apart pieces that I used with the basic shapes die set, and I'm going to pull in this Polaroid piece. And I thought it would be a fun way to set apart or set off that title for my layout. So I'm going to intertwine it with the word sparkle, and I think that turned out really cute. I think that was a fun way to use that cut apart die from the Pocket Life kit. So I'm really happy with the way this is going, and I'm going to go ahead and adhere down all of the pieces I have selected so far using foam tape. Next, I'm going to work on my title, and I've actually dipped into an older kit for these letter stickers. These glitter letter stickers are from the November 2024 main kit, and they're these glitter cardstock and foam alphabet stickers. They're gorgeous, and I'm going to use the aqua or blue color to spell out the rest of my title. And I decided to go with the title, "It's Your Day to Sparkle," which is perfect for a birthday, right? It's always the day we feel really special, and so I thought that would be a lot of fun. So the colors work perfectly here. I'm going to go back to the main kit, and I'm going to pull in these cardstock sticker shapes, and I want to use these. Actually, sorry, these are from the embellishment kit. I want to use these to kind of add more detail and attention to my title. I love these half circle shapes that are in this set, and I decide to intertwine that with the Polaroid sticker and just add one there on the left side of the page. And I'm going to eventually add one also to the top right corner of this photo to add some detail or a little bit of a cluster over there. Now the one I choose is the orange one that says epic moment, which it was. And I really love how this circle that says yay fits inside or nests inside of that orange half circle, but I'm not sure that I want two phrases there. So I'm going to go through look through all the other elements throughout the other kits to see if I can find another circle that I want to go there, but I just keep coming back to this purple yay sticker. I really like that it balances the purple color from the purple journal card on the left side and brings that purple color over to the right. What I decided to do is select this camera puffy shape sticker from the embellishment kit, and I decided to just cover the word yay with that puffy camera and add that in there. So I went with that. While I was looking through the puffy shape stickers, I decided, you know what, let's add some of these cute little bits to the banner shape. So I add a yellow smiley face to the yellow banner, and then the purple little star button shape to the purple banner. I also bring in that yellow butterfly over by the cluster on the right hand side. I thought I might add in this black butterfly as well, but it felt a little too bold along with the other colors, and so I decided to leave it off. But I do add in a few more puffy dots on those banners, and then I also add in a floral cluster above the camera on the right side of the photo. I'm also going to bring in another flower die cut from the main kit and tuck that in by my title so that I have the florals in 3 areas on my page. Now that I've finished up that floral cluster, I'm just going to take a step back and look at my page overall and see if there's anything else I might want to add, see if there's any holes. As I look at my page, I noticed that the top of my page felt a little bit blank compared to all of the embellishing that I had done around the bottom. So I decided to bring in this butterfly, and at this point I'm trying to decide if I want to add it above the photo or if I want to tuck it in behind that banner at the top. I do end up leaving that purple butterfly tucked into the banner, and then I place that pink one to the left of the title, which works out really great because then I have a visual triangle of butterflies throughout the page with that purple one at the top, the pink one next to the title, and then that little small yellow one over on the right side of the photo. So that works out great. I'll finish off this layout with some more puffy dots in each of the clusters around the page. And while I do that, I'll just tell you a little bit more about Hip Kit Club. Now, you can buy each month's kit as a one-off. You don't have to subscribe to the kit. The kits are $34.95 a piece, but if you subscribe, the kit gets discounted to $30, which is fantastic. Also, you can opt to add in more kits like the embellishment kit or the cardstock kit, and all of those will be 15% off when you're a subscriber and will ship free with your subscription. Now, you're not locked in to a bunch of months. You can pause or cancel your subscription at any time, so be sure to give them a try. Another thing you can do is if you want to just try out a kit, go to hipkits.net and you can use the code jana.eubank and get 10% off of your purchase and see what it's about. So I love the hip kits. I love that they have a variety of embellishments each month. I love that the colors are cross-pollinate with each other. So even though each month has a different color scheme, there's oftentimes similar colors. And so if I don't use up everything of a kit, I can always bring that into the next kit, and then I have even more fun things to play with. So definitely give them a try. I am a huge fan and so happy to be back on the team creating videos. Again, my name is Jana Eubank for Hip Kit Club. Thank you so much for stopping by today, and we'll see you again soon.